Every youth must be given the opportunity to serve his country. Every youth must be given the opportunity to work, and everybody that's working must be given a living wage. These are some of the fundamentals. It looks, but these are the tasks that has to be done.
What makes you think of this?
Leaders are not being taught how to. These are some of the fundamentals. It looks, but these are the tasks that have to be done.
You know how it is when you're looking for a job and then you see job adverts saying 5 to 7 years experience or even more, and you don't have any of that. In Nigerian politics, we're clamoring for younger generations to rule. Should young people between the age of 35 to 45 be allowed to rule with no experience? Is it a criteria that would determine their level of output when it comes to good governance? Let's find out.
Nope, not with no experience. Anybody that has no experience to rule, to be a leader, or experience of a leadership, you can't rule.
No, they are not meant to rule. Because if you are brilliant, you're tactical, you've worked in different business organizations, you've led many people, and you've not been inside the political terrain, you cannot rule. Because no matter how brilliant you are, no matter how tactical you are, you still need the political, technical know-how to be able to rule Nigeria. In fact, if you don't have any political experience, you can't rule a small unit in Nigeria. Not to talk of the biggest unit, which is the federal level, which is the presidency.
I don't think, because what we want for better Nigerian is there should be a platform for a young youth to show their gift. Because if you want to say the youth should go to the seats, the authorities, we've seen a lot. If you want to check the life of Kogi State, Governor Bello is a young guy. But if you look what he's doing, the workers are not paying, which means he's never ready to be in a position. It's a youth.
What I think is that the young generation now, they don't have any stuffs on their head that they are thinking about. But the older ones like our Buhari now, for example, he has family problems, he has issues that even aside from political stuff he has to deal with. So what I think is that even if they want to leave a young person there, they should teach the person or make the person inform the person about the stuff he or she is going for. So that's what I just think of.
Okay.
But if I see opportunity, I will do.
Oh shit, nice.
Since I have, I will do it.
There is more knowledge because everybody take their knowledge from everywhere. Need a book, where they work, the movie, the broadcast. It's not until you go into politics before you rule. It's the knowledge and what you've gone through and what you've read. It's not until you go into the politics before you can go into the government. And why I said they cannot is that if you don't have money, you can't become a governor. Because everything in Nigeria now is money.
It's like you asking me whether a person who does not have a degree in medicine should be allowed to operate on a person or should be allowed to practice medicine. The answer is negative. It's not proper for anybody without political experience or knowledge to be allowed to. That is the bane of the problem of the country. People who are low level are being allowed to occupy political space, which is not supposed to be. The best of the best in the society should be allowed. So if a young fellow is ideologically clear, understands issues at stake, of course they should be allowed to rule, but anybody without that experience should not be allowed near governance. That is the problem that we are currently having at this particular point in time.
Okay, so when you say political experience, what do you mean by political experience?
Political experience implies that you understand the issues at stake in the society. You have a firm understanding of our history, a firm philosophical concept. You understand the crisis of the economy and how to go by solving the crisis. Without that, all these laymen that are going around throwing about prejudice, young to rule, too young to rule, or whatever, it has no meaning so long you do not understand the issues at stake in Nigeria. And if you understand that, of course, anybody can rule, whether you are 100 or whether you are young or whether you're whatever, you know. That is. And again, it's also important to make some clarification that it is not the question of age that's the problem of this country. It goes beyond that level. It's a question of greedy interests. You get greedy interests and greedy interests. That's what is actually the basic thing. So if you replace a set of old people with a set of young elements with the same set of interests, the situation continues the way it is.
I think experience comes with practice. If you don't practice, there's no way you can gain experience. People that are there today have been involved in one way or the other since they were small, since they were 30 or 35 years. So I think they should be given the opportunity to rule. They will make a lot of mistakes and they will be corrected. And it's a system, it's not only one person. So they have a lot of people surrounding them and they can work as a team.
I think everybody deserves a chance because, like I said, even those that were there, what experience did they have? But at least you have to start from somewhere. So I feel, young people should be given a chance. For example, the French president, I think he's he's over 35, he's in his 40. So I'm sure he didn't have any experience, but he started from somewhere. He was given a chance, and then he was able to build on that. So I feel that's what we need.
The fact is that most people in the office, they don't have the experience. They got the experience from the office. Yeah, if as a youth of the age of 35 to 40 should get to the office, I believe they will be as an educate in that office. Because even the aged ones, that is where they got knowledge from. They are just like us. They came out from us to become president, or they go to the office as in from among us. But it's when they get there, they now get educated on what to do in the office.
For sure, they can.
Why?
Because the young the way the young think is not the way the old think. So probably if a young person rules the country, there will be a lot of changes. Whether the person has experience, or whether the person can have been able to achieve a lot when it comes to business wise, have been able to do a lot of things in his life. Probably if we give him a chance, he will do well.
What makes it take public?
Fundamentals. It looks, but these are the types that have to jump.
Like if I place two people in your front, someone who has political experience and someone who doesn't have, who do you think would deliver better?
The one that does not have political experience.
Why? How?
In Nigeria, I'm talking about Nigeria.
Okay.
Because the one that has political experience is corrupt. All of them are corrupt. So there's no way I will take someone who has political experience. I need to put someone who doesn't have any political experience so that he will not even look at corruption.
I wouldn't say, I would say 50-50. Well, I wouldn't really say you need experience. But at the same time, you can't really say because someone hasn't ruled a country before, then he's not fit. That's like, trying to judge a person before time. So I would just say, you don't need experience. That's what I would just stick to that. But it's a real tough one though.
Let me say, no one have the experience. It's when you get to the office that you have the experience, as in you get the knowledge. Though you might have been to the office as in maybe for the first time or twice, but that doesn't mean that you will do better than someone that is just coming in. So I believe the person outside, as in, will view things better than the person inside the office. So as a youth, if you should come to the office, because you've seen the mistakes of the aged ones. So I believe when you get to the office, you can do something better.
If you do not have experience of anything, I don't think you can make it. You can't make it. If you start it, you won't go far.
It is the experience to embezzle. That is what we have today. Look at the Senate, look at House of Rep, look at everywhere. That's the experience to embezzle. So if somebody who doesn't have the experience to embezzle but has the experience in other field can actually inculcate the experience as in other field to put the country right. For example, now look at all these appointments that we have. Look at Health, Minister of Health, Minister of Agriculture. They have series of experience. But are things working? You can say no. Minister of Works has been there, has been fantastically okay. But is the electricity stable? The answer is still no. What if you try somebody that doesn't have the experience but is technically grounded in that particular aspect in terms of power, that read the course and is well grounded? Don't you think we can still fix the electricity even better than somebody that has over 20 years of experience?
Yes, it's someone that has at least a little experience politically. that will be able to rule us. Because such person that has a political experience will also have a plan that fits this country politically. Because most times if your plan doesn't go with this country politically, you may have problems. You will see that you will be able to write it on paper, but you won't be able to actually implement it.
I'll keep learning till I have gotten to that age, which I think I can be a father to Nigeria. You can't give you.
Okay. What age is that?
Age like 50 thereabouts. So whereby I can be a father, because you can't give a youth who cannot take care of one children or two children or one wife. So many things that I don't think youth should go.
I can't say because as in the people that have experience are more, they are into it. But with that, what I'm saying is that they should like try to like enlighten the person first before the person will enter the.
Okay, so you believe that we can deliver, like a young person with no experience can deliver.
You're whining me.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, so, like.
No. As in, you can't.
You're sure if you get a post like that, you will deliver.
Yes, I will deliver.
So that's it.
Anybody who wants to aspire to any office must be qualified, to do so. Nothing more, nothing less. Any other thing, you have another Buhari in power, or you have another Jonathan who know nothing, and who continue with the same old policies that have been planted to ruin the country.
You have money, you don't have experience. If you have money, you don't have experience. But I don't think you can rule it, because if you don't have money, fine. If you have money, and you don't have experience, but you have this, what they call this knowledge, as like how would I put it? Maybe like now you are learned. You are much learned. You can rule. You are learned.
With no money.
With money, you are learned. You can rule. But without money, you're not learned. You're just there, like illiterates. I'm not sure if you can rule.
The person who don't have experience will learn. It's just like we go to school, we learn. So when those people who are there, who claim to be has experience, they are the one maybe monopoling, maneuvering or manipulating some of the things. That's why one person will have 2 accounts or 20 accounts. As a director, you'll be there. You know what to do. That's why you are there to cheat other people. You hold 20 positions, you alone, and instead of it, because you know the rudiment, they will now tell you that they have the rudiment. So instead of the person who is there, you will change. You will look at it. How does it? Who is this person? As in that biometric data that's been done. So I propose, so I move for the motion that people who don't have knowledge will learn in the government, rather than people who has been there to. That's how corruption will continue to exist, when we allow that people who knows everything in the government can continue.
The American president told us that the youth have to go into politics in Nigeria, not be 86. Buhari is 86. Let the youth come to politics to become a politician. Come to politics to become a politician. It's not that old people will rule us again. Let the youngest people come. That's why we have new PDP and APC and RAPC. Let's have a younger APC party.
The street has spoken. So do you think that experience is a factor that would determine the level of output when it comes to good governance? Subscribe, comment, and also like this video. My name is Folly, and this is BattaBox.